See when the hot seaweed wasn't there yet.
Hello and welcome to your Dad Learns StarCraft 2. This is a Zerg vs Terran game. And in the upper right hand corner playing the Terran, my opponent, Rocky Mavia? I don't know, but they're wearing blue. And in the lower left hand side, playing Zerg, your hero, your champion, your dad, playing it the way that he does. And that means I'm doing some expansions. And it's the beginning. We go really fast because just expand, make a pool, make some gas. This is so I can get my Zerglings out a little quicker, get my Queen out a little quicker. And I'm less worried about getting my Zergling speed as quick. Because I'm mostly going to be defending, I should be on creep. It's probably better to get the speed first, but I've been liking doing this recently, so it also makes the timing feel odd. Okay, so I'm being attacked already, and it's just their Reaper. I can defend that with Queens and Zerglings easy enough, as long as I'm on creep. Speedlings could go and kill the Reaper, but these are just Zerglings hanging out. And actually, my opponent wasn't paying attention to their unit, so I just ran my Zerglings out, surrounded, killed it, and I don't have to worry about it. And I'm just droning. I've been making a Roach Warren because I'm trying to go fast Roaches this game. Just a 2-base and a Roach Warren into 3rd base. And that's what I'm doing, making a hatchery right now, still saturating things. I've got my Overlord chilling at their base. And if you see the spot where I have it, they can't see it because it's on the high ground. So I can look at their base, and until they get something that can fly or see it or scan it, they can't hit it. Which, they have a medevac now. So they can see it, they can kill it, they're going to. So I just make 2 more Overlords because I know I'm going to lose the one, and then I want to be able to keep building. And as long as I was at it, I just used larva, made 5 more. You know, just use my larva up. I had the money for it. Now I'm just still making more creep, spreading that around, trying to connect my bases. And we look at the worker count. They have 42, I have 44, so we're about even. Part of this is because I did early Roach Warren and stuff and didn't do an early base. So I had less larva overall, but I had faster units, which I've kind of used defensively, and now I'm making a 4th base. And now at this point, you know, still 44, 45. They've got more SVs than me, or more workers than I do, so I need to make some. And I'm about to make 13 more, saturate that base. I'm making 18 more workers now. And I'm about to get to the point I'm making roaches where I'm going to want to go into, you know, heavy production mode. And part of why that attack didn't stay for them, and I'm just out of their Liberators range, is because I had a Spore in my base. So I started hitting their Liberator, they wouldn't be able to actually sit their Liberator in that position. I've actually moved roaches outside of their base. If they attack you with air, these ground units aren't going to do anything against air, so I just sent them across to try to deny a 3rd. Now I see they actually have a 3rd base down there, so I'm probably going to walk across and just try to take it out before they can do anything. You see, I'm making 6 Hydralisks behind this, and spreading some creep. And I'm making my set level 2 upgrades. So I'm staying on top of that this game. And trying to just keep this base from really being useful. As long as you stay out of these big circles, that's where the Liberators can attack. As long as you stay out of those big circles, you're fine. So run some Zerglings up. Make sure they didn't try to make another base there. And now I need to start getting my economy. I'll get my economy straightened out. So I've been injecting, still making more units, making Zergling speed finally, Hydralisk range, you know, making some more Overlords, because I'm almost maxed out. And I'm almost maxed out, and I have 76 drones, which is around where I want to be. They have 60 SCVs. I'm now making my Infestation Pit and my Spire, so I can make a Hive, make a Greater Spire. And I'm about to make some Ravagers, and just, you know, I'm maxed out army, so I'm about to go check their base, see what I can do. But I'm going to kill these rocks, and I'm going to check for expansions. because it's much easier to take out an expansion and stop their economy from getting bigger than it is to take out their natural or something that have well defended already. So I kind of go in to destroy that base and then I back up. Because all their siege tanks, liberator zones, those do huge damage. And I don't need to fight there. Alright, so I'm kind of fighting around, testing the waters, seeing what I can do. And I should realize by now, oh yeah, that's a horrible spot to fight. But I'm just going to rebuild my army. I'm back up to 140 supply. And I'm making more hydralisks, making some upgrades, making a hive, and making 17 more roaches. So I'm going to rebuild these bases. And here, I'm checking their other base. Walk around their liberator zones, because those don't cover the front of their base. And just chase them off. And I probably could have ran through the liberator zone there and attacked their army, but I didn't. So I'm building 10 hydralisks and microing this fight. And then I'm going back to try macro. You know, try to inject some bases. Make a greater spire. Make another hatchery. Try to keep my creep spread going so I can see what's going on. Make some overseers. And more roaches, more zerglings, more army. One drone. I must have took one off of somewhere. Okay, 4 more. I could move drones from here, but I'm not doing the best, so I add it. But this is me just trying to set up my base, making an Ultralisk cavern. And I've already maxed out my army again. They have not. They haven't. They're building stuff, but I feel like they don't have enough production buildings because they've got a whole lot of money, and they can't use it fast enough, so they need more production buildings so they can keep their army going. Making an Ultralisk, rare and elusive build for me to actually get an Ultralisk. Keep spreading some creep, knock some rocks down. I see their army there, so I'm kind of backing up a little. I need an angle of attack, I imagine. That's only the angle of attack if I have overwhelming numbers. But I'm just rebuilding Hydras behind this. And those Liberator zones are going to shred up my Hydralisks. But I actually run through all their tanks and manage to win that fight just by sheer numbers. And then it's just, you start taking out their base. Keep them from expanding. The way you beat someone who has a lot of siege tanks and has ultra strong defensive positions is you don't let them build a new defensive position. Let them have the 2 bases he has. That's fine. They're going to mine them out. Don't let them get past those 2 bases. And while you're doing that, you can keep building your army. You see, this army's dying. I'm almost maxed out again because I'm just building units behind it, building upgrades. They're falling behind. Because I bet if we look at their base, actually we can just hit this tab, look at their buildings. Okay, things that produce something. Okay, 4 barracks. Two starports, 2 factories. So 8 things that produce something. They could have way more than that by now if they were expanding like they've been trying to, and like they've been doing to decent success. They could easily have a few more barracks, like definitely more factories and starports, and be using their money more. I'm floating a lot of resources, but that's because I'm getting a maxed out army, and as I'm moving across to fight and that type of stuff, I can't build more units. I just straight can't. So I'm going to have a bank built up, which is fine, because then as my units die, I just build. As my units die, I just build more. Things like these Ultralisks, which I didn't start as Carapace upgrade because I do not usually make Ultralisks. And they are really not that great if you don't have chitinous plating. They turn into an ultra armored tanky unit. So, and I have you know, these corruptors. So I'm ready to transition and brood lords, hydralisks, ultras, and zerglings. So I'm setting my next army up. But yeah, that game went pretty well. Just showing what you can do if you try to macro hard. I definitely could have macroed better, but try to just build your army. You defend that first attack by them. If they attack you first, I defended that. and just keep them off of their extra bases. When they had Liberators and Siege Tanks and stuff here, there's no way I'm taking this base out. Now I've had huge losses. So I could just hang out and max out my army. Which is what I did, max out my army, tech up, and just stop them from taking thirds. As much as I could. I could have done better if I was more on top of my game, but you know. I still did a good job of it. So, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, feel free to, you know, like, share, comment, any of that great stuff. It's all appreciated. And, until the next video, I've been your dad. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.